Ja, is goed. Oh, okay, we're starting the stream. We have a couple of things that I want to show to you. The Blast is firing again, playing against Giselle. So I'm gonna be commentating on this match. They play very, very quickly, so I will miss a lot of hands, of course. And we have one table of the 2K Pot Limit Omaha tournament. This is all on coin poker. We start the stream off nice and relaxed, and we'll drop in some tournaments on GG Poker, maybe not. Just gonna go with the flow. Let me change the title. Docs, stream information. The Blast is back. We're doing some commentary on the Blast against Giselle. He's sitting on 170k stack. This is real money. I've played the Blast as well last week, or that's this week. He does not care much about what the solver does. He plays from the heart. He's been on an absolute tear in the coin poker games. Let's see if he can keep it up. Restream channels. Let's see if everything's working. That would be nice, huh? Imagine everything just working. I have the chat here. Let's see if we can put it here. Let me know if the setup is fine. Music is nice. Music, I guess. The music is muted. Let me know what the sound of the music is. I just turned it on. It was muted for one of my voiceovers. Big all-in here on the left-hand side. Vibe poker is out. We're hanging on to a short stack. Keep it like this for now. So the Blast won a little bit of money, sitting on 190k. Both of these guys are quite wild when it comes to 3-betting. We go on break on the left hand side so we can focus a little bit on this table. The Blast opening most small blinds as you should, heads up. Giselle probably 3-betting a little bit more than you're supposed to. And these guys are playing so quick, eh? I don't know if it matters if they end up in a bigger pot, but they seem to click very quickly. Open and a call. Ace 9-8, so yeah, I mean, of course Blast can still have all the aces, and Giselle does not really have aces when he flat calls. Checks the turn. bet on the river. Giselle is limping, that's kind of surprising. Let's see if the bless is okay with that. Feel free to ask me some questions, now I have all the time. Vegan Math is saying, oh my god, can't wait for you to battle the bless. I've battled him. I've battled him quite a bit this week. Quite a bit. Will you accept to play heads up on Coin Poker 5-5 against a community guy for the experience? Probably not. I'm trying to limit all my responsibilities when it comes to social media. I'm gonna stop doing the vlog. Fortunately, I'll stay doing the stream, probably a shorter one on average, and I'll focus a bit more on the short form content on Instagram. Yo, Dirk with the good zip up. Let's get it. How is the high stakes heads up going for you? I won small against the bless and he ran pretty hot in all-ins, but we've only played 1k hand, so you can't really say much. I mean, of course I think I'm winning, but he's a very tough competitor. It's he shows you a lot of hands that you usually won't see, so it's easy to misplay them, thinking that you can just sit back and try to copy the solver. Let's see if this is visible channel. Create a dashboard. Okay, I'm trying to make sure that this pops up in the right place. Poker. Okay, I guess we are. Another open from the blast. We're gonna see. We missed a hand here, a big one. Let's see if we can find it. I think it was a 4-bet pot or something. Can you guys see this or not? Yes, I guess so. Open 3-bet, 4-bet, call. Jack 9-4. Better for the 3-better, I think. Plus pots and wins the hand. Music is a bit louder. Okay. Turning it down a little. Let's see. How good is the blast? So yeah, he's very tough to play against. I think I have a okay edge, but the swings are just very high. It's very easy to make big mistakes. Reinhard van Ekeren is saying, good luck today. Thank you, sir. Who is Giselle? She, him is on a hard downswing, if you want to believe Bobby James. Emil the Raccoon. Can't help you with that question. Good luck. Okay, a little wordplay from Nguyen. Cucumber 47, good to see you again. Good evening, sir. Do you know who is the new high stakes player? Fireman played against Bless and Giselle a few days ago. I don't know, and it's quite wild because I played with him at 5k PLO and now he's showing up at 1k 2k, so that's crazy. Keep making content, my friend. Love everything you've done so far. Your voice is a little bit low. Yeah, maybe because the mic is not too close. Usually I put it on this thing. Let's see if that works. Okay, we're gonna open this hand. Three bet by Dogecoin. Call naturally out of the tournament, but we have the rebuy button. Always nice. Back in the game, same seat. Oh. Guess we want to have it like this. You have any tips for PLO bounty tournaments, free rolling a final day with a big stack? I mean, it's probably nice to take content from No Limit Hold'em. It's very hard to get a good idea of how many hands you want to play. So I think it's good to take away some conclusions from No Limit Hold'em software. It seems to be more available and better at the moment. Can't hear you, mate. That's too bad. I like the vlog. What's the minimum blind you will accept to play against me? Max I can do is 510. I play 25-50 minimum. So I agree, hard to hear. You don't enjoy the vlogs anymore. I don't really enjoy making them. But I have to say it in the right way. I don't mind making them, but when you're on a big downswing and Im in your face with the camera asking how you feel after dusting 3 bullets in a 100k tournament. I mean, those are moments that I don't really enjoy. And to be fair, the views have been less good than anticipated. So it's costing me a lot of effort, a lot of money, and then the views are not really there. So I think it's a very logical conclusion to stop doing them. Jugador is saying hi. Emil the Raccoon is saying I don't think he plays under 50-100, which is kind of true, yeah. Even if Bless is running hot at the moment, it's amazing that an old school reg is competing at this level. He must have people shocked. I mean, I also think that he's running very hot. Wait, I hear myself. Close this one down. Good luck, wrong chat. Anthony, I played Derek PLO 5, 10-20 on GG, 6 max. Yeah, that's back in the day, sir. Any GG Poker entities? Yes, we're gonna fire up GG Poker at some point, but we'll focus on this now. I think it's nice, and actually the video that I did of Blast battling earlier was received very well. I think it's nice to cover poker content every now and then, answer some questions. Make poker more of a spectator sport, which I'm thinking about a lot. Like, watching those final tables is not super enjoyable. People take too long. The people that sit at the table are, I mean, half of it is just very young guys who studied very hard, who are usually not the kind of guys that you're cheering for. It's way nice to have a couple of characters at the table. If you think about Formula 1 and what Netflix did to basically to sell Formula 1, to show the personal life of those drivers, and they became more interested in or it's easier to get interested in watching Formula 1, which is, I mean, debatedly a boring sport to watch, but now it's nice because you know the actual drivers in the car. I'm rambling. Okay, Emil the Raccoon, did you enjoy Barcelona? You had good weather. No, Barcelona was very nice. The food there is very good. I have a lot of friends there, so it was good. Let's see, boys and girls, you guys can actually help me out by following my TikTok account. Let's see what the name is. Always nice to have the numbers, which I don't have. Okay, I'll look it up later. Imagine being on a gut run like Blast, couldn't be me. The white fellow, he's also probably a little bit better than you are. Most probably. Lockhart saying hello. Racket Ruin is saying, Dirk, when you started playing young and getting success, was it No Limit Hold'em or always been PLO? I mean, my first run was No Limit Hold'em, but it's PLO that made me the most money. Like, I won my first 100k and lost my first 100k at 16 years old, I think. Probably just insane upswing. Didn't really have a good idea of what I was doing. Here we're going to call. We have a pair, open-ender and a flush draw. Also the 6, it's small mate component, which tips it over the edge. Like hands like these. It's always nice to have a little bit of showdown value. The Blast is that guy with full Louis Vuitton outfit. Not sure. Trash talking Ike. Yeah, that's probably Blast, yeah. That's probably Blast. Oh, we missed a big pot. Going back. Let's see if we can find it. Here we're going to check call. To turn the flush. And here we're going to bet ourselves. Of course you can check back a queen high flush. King high is probably going to be bet. And ace high as well on the turn and the river. You can still check back a smaller flush. Not sure if we'll find the hand. Open this hand. Sure, it would do okay as a call as well. Wow, Giselle is sun running the Blast, 133k pot. Certainly interesting to watch. Open a min 3 bet. Check, bet, call. Check, bet, call. And a check. Wow, pot bet. Holy fuck. Crazy hand to pot bet. And maybe the Blast had some kind of 2 pair with a 10 blocker. Where against a pot bet, the 10 is super relevant. But Giselle actually ended up pot betting with a hand that's probably not strong enough to pot bet. But it worked out very well. Vlogs are tough. I feel like you are either a vlogger or a poker player. Most vlogger playing poker are not making money in poker, except Mariano. Not sure how he does it. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Emil. I mean, I had Emma there to take care of a lot of the things, but it's still a bit of a headache. And maybe if I was sun running all these tournaments, I would continue doing it. But I feel very happy putting it to an end for now. Esbjorn Fornesgaard, would Genandes be a winner heads up versus the Blaz? I don't know. It's tough to play the Blaz for sure. These nuts, what are the stakes where you would consider playing the Blaz? We've played 300, 600 against each other. What do you love about pot limit Omaha that Hold'em doesn't offer? I mean, it was just a way better fit for my playing style back in the day. Hold'em is a little bit more competitive in the sense that there's only a limited amount of combos, so I think they're ahead in what they know, what they should be doing with all their combos. And then in pot limit Omaha, there's still more room for interpretation. Giselle stacks the Blaz. And I think he's done. You can take a look at that last hand. So it's top set against a straight, check, bet, call, 3, and a lead on the river. Blaz does call the 4-7. No blockers. That might be the end of Blaz for today, that is. Let's see if that's true. The Blaz 100k sent. I guess they're gonna continue. We also have Fireman against Giselle, 5 card. The action has been extremely wild. Do you think you play worse in a live poker setting? I always struggle bluffing in live poker because I don't want to bust early. What's your experience? I think I'm doing fine. Like, surely I'm overlooking a couple of things that the weathered live racks do know in terms of body language, but in general I feel kind of comfortable whenever I'm playing. Do you ever think about making a highlight video for other people in high stakes with your comment 3? Not sure what you're asking. Low card 45. Started watching Formula 1 for the first time after watching the Netflix doc. GTO Fishes is saying good luck. Does anyone know the max buy-in on CP 300, 600? It's 60k, sir. I guess they're gonna continue on another table. Would be nice if they do it on this one, because then they're super deep at some point. Not sure if we can free pip this hand. Waiting for them to continue. He wanted 100k though, so it's possible they're playing 50-100, yeah, they are. Okay, we're moving up to 50-100. Pretty wild stuff. It's like the old full tilt days. Coin replay, you can click the blue number and scroll through the biggest hands way faster than clicking back through. Okay, thank you. F thump. What are your thoughts on the min 4-bet strat by Blaz? It's fun, but probably pretty expensive. Blaz is due some of the wrong side of things. I remember seeing him sit with over 1.2 million a few weeks back on Bobby James Poker. You know how you say. To look for low rake environments to play poker these days, I started streaming and tried to get GG Poker approved streamer. They give you 100% rake back and you need like 10 to 20 constant viewers. I think that's a good opportunity. Yeah, I think it's nice to try and create something like that for yourself. God, would I love pot betting here on the A7. We get raised, we're gonna get our stack in. Suhab. It's creative enough to have raise folds here. A lot of the stuff that raises calls as well. Not sure why he was slow rolling me there, but E7 is good enough. Always the tennis goat. Yeah, of course it's Novak, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. Whoever says otherwise is just very bad with numbers. They really need to fix the replay on CoinPoker. It's probably one of the worst replays in the market. I wholeheartedly agree. Imagine typing in a screen name to send 100k. I would be so afraid of a typo. Yeah, I'm not sure what happens if you have a typo. I don't think it'll send, unless it's a typo that's also a screen name, which is kind of unlikely. So I think it's kind of okay. Okay, I'll try and focus on the Blaz and Giselle now for a little bit. We have a limped pot, which is always surprising. With the open, just a fold from the Blaz. Open again from Giselle in a fold. Overlimp this one. It's not great to have 3 clubs, of course. Especially we're hitting live. This is the exact hand I busted the 100k with, I think. I think we're gonna call. Probably close. Don't do much limp folding. First big pot for the Blaz. Open in a 3-bet. Check from Giselle. 10, pretty good for his range, but he checks again. You would think he has like some kind of showdown value, like a jack or jacks or queens, but that's better river, so it could be aces. Could be aces. Let's fire up GG Poker and see what's going on there. Suhab is saying that he wasn't slow rolling. Yeah, I was kind of joking. It's a very easy call. Seems to be always watching the stream when I'm playing. Probably not smart to do it, but a lot of fun. Okay, let's see what's going on. So here we have a full house of Giselle. Not sure if I saw it correctly, but he seemed to check back. Suhab is set out in the 2k. I repeat, Suhab, you're set out in the 2k. They're all in. Wow, straight flush on the turn. Giselle seems to be running pretty bad, huh? Scoops it twice. 27k stack. Suhab is back. Bounty hunters. Raise from that guy. This is a fun hand. Flop top to pair. We don't want him to check back with naked aces, so we're just gonna go ahead and shove it in. Top to pair with a good shot. It's a very strong hand, but needs a lot of protection clearly. Like any turn is basically turning my hand into a non-nut hand. Against the suit. Let's see what he has. Does have the set. Ooh, we have a ton of outs. We get there. King 8-5-5. Pretty standard hand. PLO super high roller is running. Martin Dunn heads up against Elias Harala. Okay, we're gonna hop into the 2.5k. I'm gonna not answer any questions and try to commentate a little bit on the blast. That seems to be the thing people are tuning in for. Sitting on 150k now. He's limping these days. Very surprising. Giselle is also playing Fireman, 501k, 5 card. It's just the wildest action ever. Trying to take my seat. It's here. Some serious stacks already in the bounty. I have someone sitting on 120k, 10k starting stack. 1 second. Hè? Ik hoop het, maat. 170k in the meantime, opening and calling. Check, check. Giselle takes a stab and takes it down. Crazy 8s. It's always nice to late wedge these tournaments. Then no limit on months, I'll do it. Show you guys if something goes on. We have a huge mystery bounty. Jesus Christ. Wild prize pool. Hello, my lady. Huh? Come. How are you? Good. Yeah. Oh.
And how's it going?
I mean, I haven't played much. These guys are playing. This is the guy I played against this week. He's playing very high, so I'm actually doing some commentary. Yeah, still playing. I'm doing some commentary on the game. But I'm doing a very bad job, basically because I keep missing hands, and they play very quickly. Look, this is us. Your face is cut off. Huh?
You want to eat? You want to order something?
You're gonna cook, right?
No, but I didn't bring anything.
Really?
I told you.
Ah, okay. So you're gonna meal prep tomorrow then? Yeah, it's possible. If not possible, it's okay.
No,
Yeah,
it's possible.
but okay. And you're a bit more relaxed already. A lot of things happening, right?
Yeah. I think that I'm going
To the yeah, I understand. Sure. I don't know. You can order something that you really like. I eat everything. Dan is here, yeah. I think he's watching television. Okay, we have an open and a 3-bet from Giselle. C-bet takes it down. C-bet takes it down. I have to close the door. In a second. I think we can limp here. Kind of sucks when Yuruhoki raises, because then he gets to shove into me quite wide. Also, this hand seems a little bit too strong to fold. The blast back to 120k. Check, check. Small bet by Giselle. Check and a call. Yodo is really thinking about it here. We have 200 people tuning in, thank you. Giselle follows it up and the blast calls with a straight. On the 4th diamond, it's less likely that your opponent has a flush. Checking is a thing here, but I think with the shorty it's nice to bet. 36k in the pot. Check, check on the turn. Let's see what happens. 1/4 of pot and a quick fold by the blast. I would really like to play this game myself. Big bet by the blast on the river takes it down. Okay, 4 left. I'm not sure if it's 4 left in the tournament or... Limp from easy to hold. I think we can raise here. Could bet small. We go for the check back this time. Kind of have the perfect blocking hand. Do this on stream. I'm gonna call. That flush. We get wrecked. We do get wrecked. I do think it's a very nice calling combo. I mean, very nice. Is it gonna yield us a lot of money? Probably not, but blast with the open. Three bet and check. King is pretty good for the range of Giselle. Big bet, quick call. She plays so quick, the blast. Ace, king, and jack 2. Both of them play extremely quickly. We check and we actually take it down, that's nice. Blast wins as well. Going here. I think we can just hit the fold button here. Limp from the blast. I'm surprised to see limps from him. 2x open. This might be a hand that we want to lead with. Gonna bet 1100. We're blocking a 5, and most importantly, we're blocking the ace of hearts. can wrap a lot of hands on later streets, and we're blocking a lot of the continuing range of my opponent. My opponent does find the call. Now we have a funny spot. Leading the turn. Don't have full equity, so I think we're just gonna call and see a river. Check, so we're just gonna check it back. I'm surprised he doesn't go for it on the river. Actually a bit surprised. Take down the hand, we'll take it. Okay, I'll do some questions. Martin took down the 10k. But I think, I don't know how it works. I don't think they pay out the guarantee or something. It's a weird way of doing it. Okay, it's the 10k champ. Completed. 10k. Surprising they're having trouble getting these tournaments to run, considering the fact that those 100k tournaments are just popping up everywhere. Double suited aces. Double suited aces. Pot open. I'm going to fold. That's easy. Looks very strong. This open. Guy usually opens 2x. He's king jack deuce. Wow, he's super covered. And let's see the info here. There's actually 2 players getting paid, which is very funny. 7k for second and 13 for first, so there's a huge bubble. Gonna bet here. I don't think we can get away from this hand. Jam from Yodo and we call. Wow. We had him in very bad shape. Also, not sure what I think about the jam, but it's Yodo, so it's probably fine. Ah, you can still buy in late. That's funny. How is that a thing? Okay, that's surprising. Super nice turn. Zeg jij maar welke jij wil, maat. Keuzesreuze is heel koud, is jou. Thanks, bro. Oepa, en 200k pot. The nit check on the river. This guy likes to get in there with the bluffs. We still have late wedge. It's quite important for if I'm able to open or not. Late wedge ends in 9 minutes. So this is the 200k pot. I'll put it on replayer. Goes open, 3-bet call, 9, 6, 3, check, check. A check, Giselle bets. The blast raises, and the blast has 7, 8, jack, jack, 7, 8. So he didn't believe one bit. Of the blast. Finds the bad news. So the blast back down to back down to 100k I wanted to say, but he wins one. So we flop a straight here on the left hand side. It's a hand that will struggle with getting 3 streets of value, so we're just gonna check it back. Check back, now we're gonna call. Bet we're just gonna call. Does have a better hand. Meanwhile, we win a pot in the bounty. It's off screen. The blast takes down a big one. Easy call with the open ender. A lot going on at the moment. Okay, let's see. Jochi is joining in. We have 3 starting stacks. I guess lid wedge is almost over. Going back to this heads up. It's kind of hard to juggle everything at the same time while pick up a nut flush draw. Obviously we're going to bet. Easy to hold. He likes to go after these spots, it seems like. Going to bet half pots. Don't look at the GG lobby. Well, congrats Martin on the win. Turn your voice up a little. Okay. Massage in the house is not for every rack. What's the max stakes you would comfortably play, Dirk? 200, 400 is where I feel comfortable. Like 300, 600 I start feeling the swings a little bit. All in the bounty. I'm gonna show you guys the bounty if I win a couple of hands. We do win another one. Grab the bounty as well. 501k is where I start feeling uncomfortable maybe with the stakes. I mean, not uncomfortable. I'll be able to lose a couple of buy-ins at 501k. But if I get drenched by the blast, if I get blasted, then I would feel it if I have all my action there. So that's a stake where I would start selling action. Okay. Check. Bet small, so we're blocking a lot of the hands they can call with. 5 poker, he's back for more. So a lot of guys jumping in. Now obviously, I think we can call here. The late wedge is almost over. 1 minute and 33 seconds. A 779. Not sure if we can actually fold there, but okay, 5 players left, 3 players getting paid. The blast sitting on 172k. more people joining in last second. It's funny. Open this out. Going for life. It's funny, he's borrowing with a 2k with the height of the stakes that he's playing. Get back to some questions. A bit all over the place today, but can you put yourself at the bottom of the right, the top right table, please? Easier to watch. Okay, let's see. We can change it around. We can change it around for sure. Let me know if this is better. Blast takes down another one. There's 224 people tuning in. Thank you everyone for watching. I always enjoyed the vlogs, but you do you from Florian. Thank you, sir. Beautiful hand, of course, top 2, but whenever you're dreading a lot of turns, it's less strong than you would think it is. Am I making sense? I'm not sure. Not a bluffer, I can float to bluff. That's 10. It's like the best hero call hand ever. I mean 3 of course, but just ahead of a lot of stuff. We have the Jack 9 and we also have an ace, so it's impossible for him to have aces. This is a pretty terrible run out. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Also not sure about his turn barrel. Raise there, it's very bad for him. Blast takes down another one. He's on a roll. Let's see what he can do to Giselle. Bet. And a pot bet. Yeah. Hard to fold against him. And he knows it. And he does know it. We're on a break here. We have one very big chip leader. Medium stack, so I have to stay a little bit put. We're gonna see how wild our chip leader is. Wow, there's actually 9 guys that jumped in. See what we can do. It's always nice to make a bit of a run. I think it's my second bullet. Yeah. Check on the flop here. Right hand table. Small bet from Giselle. And a check on the river. Check 8, 9, 4. Open and a fold. Break almost over. The blast Giselle. Sitting on a 300k stack. I mean, I don't know if people understand, but this month was a month of poker history. Jungle Man is playing 5 million heads-ups. The Blast is just playing any stakes. Bet and a raise by the Blast. Quick check on turn. I think he's gonna shut it down. 9-9. Open 3-bet. Check on a pull bet from the Blast. I like his sizing. If you want to wrap a flush there, it's probably best to bet big twice. Check call on the flop. 9 brings in two straights. Put bet from the Blast and takes it down. Giselle at the same time playing 5 cards, 100k, as well as 4 cards, 100k. 2 different opponents. Open fold, Levy and Blanche. Easy to hold. Let's see, so we do have 9 players here, 3 getting paid. You have to be somewhat tight, but we also have to play for the win. So if we do get a super strong hand, we will attack. Easy to hold. Going to start with a limp here. We really don't want to get 3 bets by easy, but we can stand a raise. This is also fine, of course. Going to start with a check. Open and a call here. Ace 10-6. Half pot bet on the river. Ooh, tricky with the nuts. Hoping to get repopped by the Blast, but he just flat calls. Open and a 3-bet. King 8-5. Starts with a check. King on a turn. Expect a lot of small bets from Giselle. Open and a call. Rivers the aces, but it's kind of hard to bet for value there. You're blocking your opponent's hero calls, you don't have a spade. And they take the chip leader from our table. That's very nice. Message from Victor. Crystal is asking why I'm not playing against the Blast, because he doesn't want to play me at this moment. How much are you down for the year? Does this play into it? Down quite a bit. Probably around 2 million. Poker and action buying combined. How's life running good after that? Yeah, running pretty bad. It's rough talking to the camera when you bust 100k, and maybe if he was on an upswing he would continue. Probably also not, but I wouldn't be more likely to do it, yeah. Let's go in the money, can't hear shit. Okay. Thanks for the feedback. Hello. Should be good. We don't really have full equity here. Be nice hand to bluff with. I think we just check fold this one. Kind of tempting to dunk it in, but don't think that's the way to go. Oh, what? Didn't realize late reg was still going. Yeah, me neither. We have another open from Dogecoin for life. I mean, very quick open, it seems, but the kings are just too strong. Let's see. Quick forward, that looks like bad news. Yeah. Pretty standard hand. Think we can do anything else. Sitting on 17 big blinds only. Good with the aces. Thin value, I suppose, but not really. Fold. Let's see, the blast sitting on $250,000. Look to limp here, but folding is fine too. Shows up with a bluff, sort of. All of our stacks are very close now here. Just gonna go ahead and fold. I think we go to final table 7 left, so that might be soon. the bless is blessing. Giselle takes one down. We have a final table here. We have to make a move to get into the money. Sure, if we always meant to bet there. La Vie Blanche. I think we just get it in here. 20 BBs. Let's see what we're up against. Aces. I should really start trying to hit my fold button more. We still have a stack. We can do something. We can do something. This table we have a 3-bet and a C-bet and a raise. Blast clicks it back. It's always very hard to figure this guy out. He pots it. Wow, might be 5s. Might be a strong 6 that needs protection. Wow, it's Jack 5. Rivers the straight on the first one. Does not on the second one. Imagine sitting there with a 6. It's not a great look. You see, he has a bluff there. It's one of the few people that has a bluff there. Not easy to play against him. Super sick pot. Super Omega Fish tuning in. The chat is active. Is the Blast versus Giselle heads up some kind of challenge or just playing a bit versus each other today? They have been playing a lot last few days. What do you think of Sean Raphael's Pilo MTT game? I think he's a very strong player. Kale is saying, how long can you keep up a dry spell in nosebleed MTTs without risking busto? I mean, quite a long time. And if I do keep losing, like for a couple of years, then of course I would take a little bit less action, but you don't have to worry just yet. Do you know who Giselle, Fireman and all these guys are? No, unknowns. Are you gonna battle some more against the Blaz? If he wants to play me, at the moment it's him who does not want to play me. Paulo is saying, hey dude, good luck, thank you sir. Why are you not sitting Blaz? The guy is so free. Does the Blaz get action from all the high stakes below racks? I think so, yes. One advice for 4-card Omaha players who want to try 5-card. Oof, they're all in. 10% for the Blaz. That's not a lot of percentage. Let's see how they got there. Let's see how they got their 250,000 pot. Min raise, 3-bet. Pot. He turns the straight. What a life, huh? Straight to the redraw. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick turn. You only on YouTube or on Twitch too? Also on Twitch. Is there 100 in rake every hand in the heads up? I can look it up for you. It's $60 per hand. $60 per hand. How are they acting so fast? Yeah, it's wild to me. Can you also add the other table of 100k of Giselle versus Fireman? I will at some point. 2 million sounds like a lot, but really I think the live stops made up for most of it, right? Super high buy-ins and low volume. Yeah, you're right. It's mostly the 100Ks. I'm running better than those and then it goes very quickly. So yeah, nothing to... nothing to complain about. Like, of course I want to run hot in the 100Ks. But life is good even in the downswing. Pirsic. If he bets again here, I mean, we might have to shove it. Ace, king, king, 4. Pretty rough spot. IS coins is supposed to be super tight. Big Bass deep though. I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm not super familiar with his game. Like, he should have some quote unquote bluffs, but don't know if he actually has them. Oh, Jochi actually calls. We flop a set and a flush draw. Bet from IS coins with naked aces would be amazing. Oof, check back. We really want Jochi to bet. Quick check, so he's folding his range probably here. Would like to see an all-in, that's nice. Oof, rivers the straight. Yeah, we're not running all that well in tournaments. It's all good. Can put this one here to 501Ks. These binds are quite low, so it's all good. Martin guest host a vlog episode from Jeju while Dirk regains his motivation. Yeah, that would not be bad. Would not be bad. Blas has a 6-figure hourly. Anyway, thanks for the vlogs. Groove can be the cameraman. I mean, I'm not saying I'm done for life, but to have Martin do one is sounds good. What's the highest stakes you ever played, and what is the highest stakes you would play heads up now if a massive fish came on? I mean, it's hard to tell. Like, if you are asking me what I would do on my own bankroll, probably, I mean, if it's a big fish, I'll probably play 1k, 2k on my own roll. Above that, I would start selling. Love it. Bless is a recreational or Giselle. I mean, Bless is a former poker pro. Giselle, I don't know. Turn the mic a little louder, my man. I don't think I can turn it louder. Maybe I can. Okay, let me know how this is. Never seen a man run better at PLO. But even having a bluff is impressive. Yeah, it's quite cool. Have you played versus the Blast much? Do you think you're a favorite heads up? I've played this week and I do think I'm a favorite. Are you stacked in the big tournaments like 100k, or do you have 100% of yourself staked? I guess I have more than 100% whenever I play a tournament. Feel like Giselle was the first to beat Blas. Blas went on the heater and now has this thought stuck in his head that he wants to bust him or something. Feels like you're in Blas's head. 5th8 is saying good luck today. So we have 2 tables now. Time to do some commentary. Open and a call, and here we have an open and a 3-bet. 5 cards. Should hit this flop very hard. We get the 1/3 bet. Fireman in the tank. Calls. Quick check by Giselle. Here there's 30k in the pot. 22k bet from the Blast. Giselle folds. And here we have 24k bet from Giselle. A call from Fireman. Let's see. He's got the 10 high flush. Pretty standard hand, I guess, but still worth a nice sports car. Some 5 card and 4 cards action on coin poker. It's 501k. Pretty wild. We got kicked out. The ace king king 4. Ended up being a pretty nice spot, but yeah, wasn't meant to be. Not that many tournaments that we can still hop into. I do have 1 bounty 4 card going. I'll show it whenever one of these tables stops running. Open from Fireman and a 3-bet from Giselle once more. So this guy played 5k PLO with me a couple of days ago. I'm not sure about it, but just imagine if this guy plays for fun and he just goes on a 1 million upswing. I mean, I would love for him to cash out and never play poker again. It would be one of the sickest stories ever, but that's probably not how this is going to end. I've been on the Joey Ingram podcast probably almost a year ago now, and he still didn't put it out. Can someone stake me in short deck? It's like a PLO with 2 cards. Sounds nice. Dude, you can always get it back. We can play heads up in Lisbon all the time. Okay. There's a healthy obsession with my location. Healthy obsession. Always respect your calm demeanor, Vinny. Thank you, sir. Okay. Open, 3-bet, C-bet, and then a raise. Flush comes in on the turn. That's probably gonna slow things down a little bit. Check, check. 4th card on the turn. Wow. Look at this, huh? 3-bet, raises the flop with a ton of blockers, then gets there with 2 pair on the river. The blast was maybe getting ready for check raise, I don't know. Some serious poker getting played here. Open 3-bet again. We're gonna see a small c-bet here on this flop most likely, and then a small bet again. Interesting. A big bet from Giselle. Open. Giselle on a bit of an upswing. Fireman taking his sweet time. Table on the right is probably going twice as quickly. I do happen to know that the Bless is also playing on ACR. It's quite the sicko. Well, big bet on the river and a pot raise from Giselle. The Bless falling under 100 big blinds now. C-bet by Giselle and check on the turn. Check back. Bet by the Bless. Let's see. Weird question. Why are you growing your hair? I've come to the realization that at around 30 there's a lot of guys going bald, and I have a lot of hair, so I'm trying to use this as my superpower. Hi, who are your top 3? Wait. Top 3 PLO guys. I mean, Sanita, of course. I have to put in Very Sweet, most probably. Hopefully they'll do they'll rerun their heads-up match at some point. Flop a set here in my tournament. He's got an ace as an out and 10. Okay, that's nice. People are so fucking tight, it's very annoying. This is very annoying. It's unbelievable how tight people are. So Barry, Sanita, and who else do we put in there? I'm so good maybe. doing too many things. At what point do you know if you are on a downswing or you're just being outplayed by others? Sometimes it's hard to accept the reality. Yeah, I mean, I've been a poker player for 15 years, so I know, but if it feels like people are doing stuff that you don't understand, that's usually a good indicator that the game is passing you by. Well, that must have felt like a waste of time. Yeah. Does Omar Feroz get any action on coin? He has blast, no river bluff with ace 4. What he doing? He's going for the check raise bluff. Not sure if that's bad. Martin doesn't agree with it. On the 4 card, I guess you're still check raising a bit. The Blaz is all in for his last money. How was the session today? What do you think of Blaz? I think he's tough to play against, but beatable. Martin, you played today. Martin took down the 10k tournament. Pretty sure I've played at a $500 table with Fireman lol a few months ago. Yeah, it's super wild. I mean, I think we all know where this story is going to end, but hopefully he can keep the upswing going for a while. You said on Twitter that you're gonna chill a bit with social media. Does this mean streaming less as well? I mean, most probably shorter streams. Sometimes I was stuck playing this one bounty tournament till late at night. I'm not gonna do that anymore. So probably like aiming for 3 or 4 hours and getting rid of the vlog. Martin busted the 2.5k bounty, doesn't buy in late. He's too smart for that. Blazzy takes down 2. Back to 27k. And how tilting would it be if he just runs it back up to 400k? If there's one guy that can do it, it's Blaz. Barry Sweet still playing. He does play, yeah. Last rumor I heard, he wants to play Sanita again, and Sanita is going to take it easy for the rest of the year. Nice one, good work. You play any cash? By the way, love to see you play at the live events. Always nice to see good sports out there. Thank you, thank you. Oh, he's talking about Martin, I guess. Only all in or fold for cash. Martin Dam, yeah, it's the real one. It's the one and only. It's the one and only. The Blast wants more money, 100k. Feels like he's been losing a couple of battles, so he's gonna come back here. Come back there. On the other table, Giselle. Like 5-card swings are insane. Like, if you really want to feel shitty about how you play poker, you should start playing heads up 5-card. Sometimes it's just a straight down, like line down. Not win a hand for 300 hands. Not sure why that is. The Blast, he must still be up quite a bit. An open 3-bet and a 4-bet. Expecting a small bet here. Just to check. Blast is holding most 8s. And most queens, I guess, but get the fold. Open 3-bet. These guys are not afraid to stick in a couple of bets. I won 25,000 today. It's the most I've ever won. I just lost 4,500 back and I'm in a weird spot where I am not sure what to do. Should I just take a break? Taking a break sounds like a pretty good plan. Dirk, where's Victor? We need the stallion. Yeah, I know. He's living in a different place now, so it'll be a while before before he's on the stream. I really enjoyed that one. I vividly remember the two of us thinking that we had 1,000 people watching live, and then it turned out that the Twitter counter was just not showing the right number. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We have an open and a call. The blast leads on 7-6-4. That's again. 8 of clubs on the river. It's probably good for Giselle. Let's see what he has. 6-4-5. Very mergy. Very mergy. Open. From the blast and a call. 10-10-5. Fun hand off stream. Giselle with the bluff. And on the GG Poker bounty table, we reached the money. Before the end of registration. Please stand by for 9 minutes while we wait for other players. Tournament will resume once more players register. If no additional players register, the payout will be the collected prize pool instead of the guarantee, which is more than the guarantee. So that seems fine. I mean, I'm guessing people are gonna jump in last minute. Meanwhile, we'll focus on the Blazy Blaz. Dirk, you're a good sport. Also, haha, always cheering for you too. Thanks, man. How can Sam compete against top pros like yourself? Is he a semi-pro or does he have a very good coach? I mean, some people just compete and lose. That's also an option. The nice thing about poker is that you always have a chance to beat me on a daily basis, but yeah, on a weekly or monthly basis it becomes pretty rough if the edges are very defined. I had a blast when you and Victor streamed and people started to think you guys are from the other side of the river. Yeah. I think those storylines always pop up whenever two guys are sitting in front of a camera. I don't know why, but these days you're not allowed to have friends anymore. Robert Barnham is asking drug use ? Thank you for your question. That Sanita guy is Latvian, right? I have heard he have played 50k, 100k to scary numbers. Seems unlikely, but surely he loves to play big and bet big on himself. Is Short Deck a real game? Do people still play it? I do think people play it still. It's a swingy game. You and Alan Keating are my favorite players to watch, calm and relaxing. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Still on break in the GG Poker Tournament. Would be nice to get into the money, but I know poker players. Probably someone will hop in at some point. Okay, 32k in the pot here. It's Giselle against the Blast. Giselle comes out with a pot bet. Here we have a 24k bet on the river. So here Giselle's actually pulling away from Fireman. These guys rake quite a bit, in the amount of hands they play. Bet from the Blast, call, check, small bet from Giselle, let's see what he has, air, floats with a bear gut shot, seems like a bad idea. Seems like quite a bad idea. Open a call. Our poker winnings text in the Netherlands for pros. Our poker winnings in the Netherlands for pros text in the Netherlands. Not if you leave the Netherlands, but if you stay in the Netherlands, yes. That's why all the professional poker players leave the country. Giselle shows up with a nut straight. Open. 3-bet. Call. Hard to defend against the Blast on these kind of boards. It's kind of 3-bet a lot and also c-bet a lot. Opening a 3-bet. C-bet almost 100% on this board. Jack on the turn. Check. Blast with a king, no value bet. Small c-bet takes it down. Limp from the Blast, it's a new move. Do you still play 6 max cash? I do. But I prefer to play heads up. It's way more entertaining. Way more intense. Bless takes it down with the jacks. Crystal drop 2 to 4. Okay, the chat is getting out of hand again. Guess it's not negativity, but take it easy. Crystal drop. Gus is saying, why is the idea of stopping with the vlog too much time, less viewers, or other reason? Just taking too much time, too much money, not enough viewers. So I think it's time to stop. Trying to focus on short content a little bit more. I think in terms of viewership it has more potential than my vlog. And to put out a good vlog, it takes so much time, so much money. Nice short of Cyprus, by the way. Thank you so. Props for your vlogs and all the prime content. Appreciate it. Like the feedback has always been super nice. It was one of the reasons that I kept on doing it. But the vlogs on average are getting 10,000 views or something, 15,000 before I promote them a little bit, so I don't think it's worth it. On the left hand table we're having an open and a 3-bet and a fold of fireman. I mean, not a 5-card guru, but you don't open fold that many hands, 5 cards. These guys are playing very quickly. Open 3-bet. Ace is a 3. Bet from the bless. Bet on the turn again. What will I do on the river? Bets again. Takes it down. That's a tough one, eh? Anyone know if Linus is still around? Yes, he's playing every day, no limit hold'em. He doesn't play much pre-low anymore, I think. I have a related question. Do you have a proclivity to social media and putting yourself out there? Or is it a long-term monetary goal driving you? Proclivity. Wow, we have to look up that word, huh? I have to look it up. That's my food. Proclivity, meaning a tendency to choose or to do something regularly, an inclination or predisposition towards a particular thing. Yeah, I mean, I've always dabbled around in it a little bit. Wow, crazy action here. Again, Giselle taking over on the left-hand table. Putting myself out there, and I think I've tried it a couple of times. I had a blog on 2+2 when I was 19. I ran an Instagram probably before that. So I like putting it out there, like showing people what I do. Sometimes it's hard to understand. You're a professional poker player, yada yada yada. How does it work? You just sit down at the table, you play poker, and obviously I feel like I'm competing against the brightest minds in the world. You have to study, you have to be serious about your job, like clearly to win this much money and compete at that high of a level. For me, it's super logical that you put in a lot of time and effort, but other people sometimes have a different view. just because they're not informed, I think. But yeah, they always think I'm sitting on a beach with a laptop on my lap and enjoying life every minute of the day. But yeah, obviously I'm just playing a strategy game and my opponents are constantly trying to be better than me. So it's nice to show that, and nowadays I think poker sites are starting to understand that for to be sponsored you need some kind of following or something. Like back in the day, everyone got a sponsored contract, seemingly, that won a tournament. They're a bit more picky. Yeah, and I think I have a life that's worth sharing, so. There's a monetary goal at the end, but it's not the only reason that I'm doing it. And I also don't think it's the main reason, but maybe I'm mistaken. Or I'm telling it to myself. Okay, we're gonna shove this one in because we have the double suited aces in the bounty tournament. Expecting less fold equity than usual because we're playing a bounty tournament. So both on the flop and pre-flop we generate less folds. Well, hello there. Don't say where it's from, huh? Before they understand where I play it from. I'm serious.
I'm not saying.
Yeah, I'm just warning you. Can you put this maybe on a deep plate? Yes, of course. I had one already. I'll have a water. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, these guys are swinging hard at left hand side. Very big pot. She's out with the nuts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, gonna turn off the mic. I really need to go to the toilet. But I'll eat my food first. Okay, I'm back. Apparently you guys don't really care about me talking because the same amount of people still watching. Benjamin Visser is asking if I also play Texas Hold'em. Just a little bit. Maybe in Jeju I'll play the mixed event. It's No Limit Hold'em and Pot Limit Omaha. What music are you into? Hip hop, rap, R&B, that kind of stuff. Some lo-fi stuff. And damn, you destroyed that burger. Yeah, you're not the first one to tell me. It happened before. Peter Schep is saying, are you going to play? I'm playing at the moment. There's one table, bounty. Final table, we're already in the money. But I think these two tables are more interesting. Here on the left hand side we have a $58,000 pot and Giselle goes all in. I've seen some fireman hands and he does not really like to fold. That's fine to call. And it's Giselle with the sixes. Let's see if fireman reloads. We know he has the money, but he's not reloading. He won a lot before, so we all know he can, but he is not willing to. I'll move this table in. Let's see, we start with a limp, expecting to get raised quite a bit, but not this time. The bless wins a big one. A bit small here, check. Check again. Can pull a bluff, so I was ready to call here. Might be a hand he wants to turn into a bluff, but what do I know? We're in a weird spot here. You cannot bust anyone for the bounty, so we're still very deep stacked, so I think we can just play tight. And then on the right hand side we have the blast sitting on 200k and Giselle on 250. How much has Blast won overall? It's hard to keep track, but I think he's still up quite a bit. Okay guys, just let's keep it positive. You will play. Yes, I'm playing. Do you have played No Limit Hold'em? Also already answered that one. What do you use to study for PLO MTTs? I don't think I can tell. We're just here for the blast, rolling on the floor laughing. I mean, the viewership is quite good whenever I show blast content. Do you like spicy food, Dirk? I do like it. I think my dad did a good job letting me get used to spicy food at an early age. So I really enjoy it. Oof. Open, call, c-bet, raise, raise. Call. Giselle must be quite strong. Wow. These guys are just so wild. So wild. They just both show up with basically nothing. I like Blaz's move. C-bet, raise the C-bet with a double gutter. He gets raised, called. Bless turns the full house, checks it back as he should. Amazing line by Bless. Like turning the 10-3 into a bluff on the flop. Checking it back on the turn, making his opponent bluff. Quite a wild line from Giselle, I think. Here we have the aces. I think we're going to open, hoping that somebody finds the 3-bet. Going to see bet small, probably checking back is a thing as well. We really don't want to put our money in. Let's see what Amit does. Does raises us, we have an easy fold. We could check back the flop as well, of course, but this is also fine, I think. I've been listening to a lot of Most Def lately, really nice stuff from Robert. You should go to the USA and play the Hustlers game, etc. Your channel will go 10x in a month. I seriously doubt that. I was seated next to Henry when I was watching the UFC event. He messaged Ryan, the guy who's taking care of the game, and they didn't seem too interested. I mean, I know it's a winning defend in the cash game, but here in the tournament I think folding is fine. They wanted to put me in some like random Wednesday game, whatever, I don't know, as if I am going to fly out for that 25-50, but we'll see, maybe at some point. That would be nice to play a big PLO game. They have hosted PLO games. I'd be very happy to play those, of course. Going to start with a bet here. Bless takes down a big pot, sitting on 323k. And these days he's limping. Louis Boulder is asking Sir Dirk, could you, Sir Dirk, I like that. Could you give your opinion on how Blaz manages to play so unconventionally against such tough competitors and still wins? I think he has a style that people really struggle with. In the long run, of course, if he keeps competing against the best in the world, he probably ends up losing. But it's tough to play against him. Mount Kimby is sick electronic due to Giselle is Tom Brady's ex-wife, exactly. And a good banana is asking, Blaz battled back from 27k. He did not. He asked for 100k from Giselle, and Giselle obliged and sent the money to Blaz. So he's reloaded for 100k. Up 200 since that moment, and if he wins this one, 300. Put bet on the turn. Wild sizes, wild line. $356k. And here we just knitting it up for now. Waiting for a good spot. Depends on my table. If my table is super tight, and there's no reason to avoid close spots at all. Let's put the pot open. This again is a hand we should defend in a cash game, but here it's also close. You make money by folding. It's a bounty though, so I'm gonna take the next few spots that are close. Open from Miha. Fold from the chip leader. Blast with a half pot bet on the turn. He lost a big one before this. Bets again. Call from Giselle. Ace 9. Wow. Just has a way to find the river. I find value. Open 3-bet, bet and a call. Diamond on the turn. Pot bet on the river. The blast folds. Here. Open and a 3-bet. Small bet call. Giselle checks and then blast goes for a super mergy bet again. Gets there on the river. Bets. Giselle probably calls with a hand like ace 8. 400k stack now. This is just the wildest game ever. Just 100k pots all the time. 3, and that's 38k. So we have this one. Call. Check call from the blast against the pot bet. Checks again. Giselle checks it back. Takes it down with top 2 pair. 400k stack. Blazzy blaz. Small value bet from Giselle gets called by 2 pair. I think at this point Bless is up quite a bit. He did lose some today, but making a very nice comeback. If Bless is spicy with 10-3, you would need to spaz with ace, trash or no? I don't understand your question. Big all in here. Big all in. We're gonna take a look. What flag is the scariest to see at a poker table for you, and have you ever been down to South Africa? I've actually lived in South Africa a couple of times. 2 times if I remember correctly. I really enjoyed living there. It's super beautiful. The food is amazing. Safety wise is a bit tricky. She is Leo DiCaprio's ex-girlfriend. If you get the chance to play $1 million PLO game, would you play it? Maybe sell action or something. I mean, of course I would play it. I would like to take a big chunk of action myself, but for $1 million PLO game, I'll happily sell a majority. Fanny, nice vlogs from Vegas, thank you sir. Do you think Giselle has the edge on Blaz long term? Seems to match his crazy playstyle, but maybe just playing into his hands. I don't know anymore, man. I think the Blaz is playing really, really well against a couple of people. Giselle is not a recreational as far as I know. what is first place pay for the tourney? You can see here 7.5, but the bounties get added to the first place spot. So pretty sure it's like 20 or 25k. Giselle lent 100k to Blaz. Yeah, I think it's quite common, especially with the Blaz. If you play against him and you win, you send him money if he wants to continue. Should be good for the money. Shrew Milk 420 tuning in as well. 5th 8th saying sick. We're gonna take a little look. Gonna take a little look at the big pot. They had a... Somebody said I have to press this one. Open 3-bet call. Bet call. Check. Check raise. Wow, he has the check. So Giselle actually gets away good there. Split pot could have been worse. Could have been worse. 240 people tuning in. Feel free to hit the stream with a like. Bless versus Vinny heads up when. I mean, I've played him for 1,000 hands this week. It was fun, it was tough. I really enjoy those moments. Min open, which is a tactic used by Giselle more. 3-bet, pot bet on flop. Open and a call. 420 in the stack of the Blaz. Pots the C-bet. He's using all these different sizes that people don't really use. Checks back the turn and calls the river. 9 high flush. Giselle has a 6 high flush. Quite thin. It might be fine. Ooh, I'm getting tired. Open and a 3-bet by the Blaz. 9, 3, 4. We check quite a bit. Stab from Giselle. Call. Ace on the turn. It's kind of good for both. Check from the Blaz. And he plays so incredibly quickly. It's kind of sick. Open a call. Check. The Blaz comes with 1 BB bet. Sometimes he tries to click so quickly that he just misclicks. Bets again on the river. Does have nothing. They play so quickly. It's crazy. It is crazy. What do you think about the 6 million heads up? Would you play Aussie Monarch for 6 million? If it was PLO, clearly you're 1000x better than him. Yeah, of course I would play him. Just sell a bunch of action, but that's some serious action to sell, huh? I would have to call a couple of friends to offload that kind of responsibility. Just feels like Blaz owns himself versus a tighter rack like Nandes. What do you think? If Giselle struggles, I think Nandas will struggle as well. Even for me, it's not easy, right? It's not a cakewalk. Do you know how much Blaz is up in the last couple of weeks? Millions, from the looks of it, but always hard to keep track. Do you like Kakiti? I disliked him a lot back in the day, especially when he was streaming. But I'm starting to like him more and more. He can be a bit obnoxious, but I think he's quite aware of it. Are you going to jump in the ring and battle the Blaz again? We want to see you battle. It's not up to me, it's up to Blaz. I'm willing to play. Depends on the Blaz if he wants to play. Maximus Decimus Meridius saying, I think 2 million plus what I am able to remember. So I'm not sure how accurate that is, but we'll listen to the Maximus. Okay. Quick check fold. Giselibus. Giselibus, huh? Struggling. Losing a lot of money lately. What is different about Blaz's style from other heads-up regulars at nosebleeds that makes him tough to play against? Well, firstly, he's 3-betting 40%, so you're up against a completely different range than what you're supposed to when you're doing research or when you're studying. And then he c-bets at a very high frequency, so if you defend the same way you would defend against a bot, I think you're losing a lot of money. Open and a 3-bet, not a pot, but just a random size c-bet and a fold. It's very, very easy to overfold against the Blaz. You know, those ace-high boards, for instance, it's very hard to find the right calling frequency. He doesn't mind to click it back, the Blaz. He can raise, he can call, he can have total error in lines where he's pot betting, so it's tough to play him. It can be really tough to play him. They played 60k and that Blaz just wrote 100k. I am sitting. I guess he was just saying come to 100k stake, not asking 100k. Probably I am wrong. He was asking for 100k, yeah. So here we've been knitting it up. This is always nice to see where this guy's opening. Now we have a 3-bet. So there's a chance that we ladder. This board is pretty bad for laddering purposes, of course. It's gonna generate a lot of folds. Blaz plays quick until he opens sports cards on stream, laughing my ass off. It's not real timings, right? Yes, this is real time. They play very quick. This is live, bro. They are playing lightning quick. Yeah, this is not a replayer that is fast forwarded. This is real live stuff. It's wild. It's poker history a couple of times over this month. Couple of times over. Martin, is Martin still railing? Martin, if you're alive, please let me know. Yes, this is real life, real clicks. Pot bet on the turn and a raise on the Blaz. gonna win the US Open. Sinner. Or at least I hope so. I haven't been following, to be honest. Got to keep that adrenaline pumping. Ansky, what have you been up to? Carlos Alcaraz. I guess Sinner is a heavy favorite. And Alcaraz isn't, but... Aspen with the small bet. Queen on the river. Lead by Miha. Seems very strong. Call from Aspen. Let's see. Wow, finds the bluff. Not sure what he was doing in the pot. What was he doing? Check, bet, overcalling. Guess he had a double gutter, but I think we can fold there. Then found the bluff. A lot of notes has bluffs. A bunch of random notes are always nice to say something or type something when you see something out of the ordinary. Start with a call here. Starting with a check. We don't really have to defend against anything. Even now we can just bet small. Bet 2 times for value, it's fine. It's very hard to have a bluff here. Could size down even more. Quick call. Ace check 8. Little boost in our stack. Quit poker if you have a limping range. Let's see. Who's the best player you've battled with? I mean, clearly Phil Gelfand. With the other ones, it was more clear that they were either better or worse than me, so you don't really have a battle. Blaz made the full comeback. Jesus, he did ask for 100k more. So this is not just a comeback from the Blaz. Let's play this hand first. Start betting here. This makes for quite a nice check call, but also very hard for him to have air. Maybe a small bet could have been nice. 9-8. Not really showdown. I feel like he has to turn it into a bluff. Small bet at a call would have been cool. But not today. Small upswing here. So the Blast asked for 100k more. He did go bust. So part of this money is his. 200 something k, I would say. Don't you just have the limping range and the Blast would be 3-bet with weaker range into you all day? Yes, but will the Blast play you if you do have a limping range? That's the question. Randy's is saying quit poker if you have a limping range. Pilo Hurts saying haha. Martin is here. Always a comfortable feeling to have Martin here. The 10k champ. 10k champ is here. Guess he's playing some all-in or fold. Yes, he is. The thing is though, if you are running very good, you will absolutely destroy the Blast. Yeah, that's true. Blast would only quit playing if it was limps only. Sinner is such a nerd. I'm 100% convinced he bets on his own games as he just retired last final when it was 5-0 and you need to finish first set to bets be counted, so he just retired before. Unlikely. Your story is very unlikely. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's illegal to bet against yourself, and for him to bet on himself he has to win, so yeah. I don't know, man. This is a funny one where, of course, checking is fine. It's not like we crush a6, deuce. Wow, 220k pot, 464 in his stack. Should kind of just close down this table, huh? Very tough for him to have bluffs. So we're just gonna fold. Might be through. Sure, there are other ways to rack 40% 3-bet. Remember Jungle did it in the old days and Gal front wrecked him. I didn't know that. I was not aware. Okay, let's put the hand on the replayer. Casual 220k pot. Open 3-bet call. King 10-5. C-bet. 8 on the turn. Check. Check raise. Wow. That's the river. Wild. That's pretty wild. King 5-5-4. Going to defend this time. to defend it. That's not us. Big bet. He's really struggling with his bet sizes. No, Martin, I just wanted to know that you were watching. Takes the pressure off. It's a nice feeling. It's a good feeling. Martin actually taxied me and my girlfriend to a nice museum in Copenhagen. We had some lunch there with his lovely girlfriend as well. And in Cyprus. He was there to support me after breaking the 100k 3 times. Should be thinking about 4-bet spaz ranges instead of limp ranges. Randeezy with the coaching in the chat probably barely beats your local 1-2 PLO game, but nonetheless handing out advice. Could or should be super annoying for Giselle as well. Playing all these hands and then just getting crushed. So we have this table, 1k, 2k. Super insane action. Just get rid of my own final table. It's not that interesting, I think. Giselle wins one on the left hand side. So quick. Does get the call. Wow. Beautiful value bet. Let's see. Open 3-bet call. Quarter pot. Check, check. Check. And half pot. Put in value. There's no stopping Giselle playing all the ultra high stakes. One table of 1k, 2k now. One table of 500, 1k. It's been real. Good night, Dirk. Thank you, Emil, for tuning in and being active in the chat. 4-bet range versus 40% will be the same, though, regardless if you open 25% or 100%. Oh. Boris. Completely retarded comment, of course. That's completely untrue. How is it that the most vocal people usually know the least? Maybe he's rage baiting me and it's working. It's working out just fine. Going to open this hand. We're gonna make a stand. As you guys can even see. Full bet from Giselle on the river. Call in the big blinds. The blast sitting on 430k. Bluffing Deutsch. Does not work. Again, poker history in the making. What song is this? I don't know. I don't hear the songs actually. Might be a bit surprising. It's just you guys who can hear them. Bless comfortably sitting on 450k. Bets the river with air. Nice call by Giselle. Coach DZ. I can't beat my grandma's home game. At least you're honest about it. It has been running like a god for a month straight. It's like the free burger you never asked for. I would really like to have a community-driven meme page. Just everyone applying for poker memes or whatever. Me picking the best ones, rewarding the people that make the best ones. I'm not rage baiting, I just think you misread my comment. 4-bet range versus 40% will be the same, though, regardless if you open 25% or 100%. I'm pretty sure I'm reading it in the right way and you're not correct. Like, clearly you have a very strong range if you open only quarter of the hands. Therefore, you're 4-betting way more. But feel free to explain what you meant. Pot bet from Dogecoin on the river. The bless just pouring on the action. Min raises the limp. So expecting him to bet there. Does it on the turn. Limp raise. See what fold. No, it's on me. That's interesting. You have a very interesting spot. Doesn't call. .26%. That's not that much. 26.85. No. Could have folded and lettered. Didn't do it. Okay. I'm out of my tournament. Let's see. Let's put a nice end time to this. 10 more minutes and I'm going. If you 3-bets 40% regardless how much you open, you still 4-bet the same range of like 15 to 18%. It doesn't matter how much you open initially. Of course it matters, because if you're only opening 25%, your range is way stronger, so you're 4-betting a bigger percentage of your range. Like, how? I don't have time for this. What would you rank Blaz in the power rankings? I don't know, man. Outside of the top 10, that's for sure. I think you are right, DeBoris. At least it is like that in Hold'em, if I read your comment right. So if I'm only opening aces, so 2.5% of my range, my 4-bet range is still in between 15 and 18%, or... Hey Derek, what is your opinion about PokerStars? Why is there no traffic there? I think they're having liquidity problems. They've fucked over the pros a little bit as well. They haven't been really pushing poker. I think they mostly moved to casino and sports betting. Big bet by the Blaz on the river. Let's see what Giselle does. And folding. Blazzy sitting on a $500,000 stack. It's just wild. Super wild. Okay, boys and girls, we have 5 more minutes. Blaz on an insane run. At this point it just looks like he figured out Giselle, but probably mostly going to be the swing. Plays so quickly as well. It's rough when you don't know what to do. Put myself on the waiting list. Short stacking now. Would expect Giselle to leave this table and then fill up the stack here. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. The reads are on. If small blind has a fixed 3-bet range, some hands are just clear value 4-bet and doesn't matter how wide your initial open range was. Dirk, he's not talking about 4-bet frequency. This will of course go up, but the range is not same as frequency. He's talking about 15 to 18% of hand ranks. Okay, well then you have to type it, right? So it probably goes up, like 4-betting range is way less than that, and then it probably just goes up and somebody goes 40%, but yeah, whatever. I think he's wrong either way. Yeah, if you type it like that, Jacob, that makes sense. Also, listen, the Boris, you're wrong in 2 ways. So, the higher frequency, I guess we agree on that one. But also, if somebody is 3-betting way more than he should, of course you can increase the range as well. So, I don't get your point. Like, there's no world in which you are right. Like, not the left way, not the right way. It's